Boo! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with more suffering. The Duelist Cup Stage 2 is basically upon us. In fact, I think it just, it's about to start in like a minute. But we have yet to climb all the way to the highest rank because I have just been avoiding playing this metagame. It has been awful, and I have not enjoyed it at all. But at the very least, I do want to get to dual level max because I find it rewarding, nonetheless, at least, to get to that highest rank. So that's the plan. That's the goal. We're going to just be playing. Honestly, mostly, I'm just going to try to play to enjoy myself and to have fun. And that's pretty much it. Sky Striker Knight? What? No. Let's play Voiceless. We could play Lab. Lab's pretty fun. Let's play Lab. Sick. Hey, I gotta go first. That means I win, right? Smile. What a hand, what a hand. What a stellar hand. Coolio. Of course they have Fulos or Maxi or something of that nature. It's always the greatest. It's always so fun to deal with. Tenpai. Sure. How much do I want to bet they have Red Reboot? Almost assuredly, right? That's just how this game works. If they don't have Harpy's Feather Duster, Heavy Storm, Lightning Storm, they have Red Reboot, right? Pretty obvious. They pitched a Droll. How interesting. Genroku. Okay. So they likely have some other way of dealing with the cockroach. Nope. Maybe they do have another Droll. Ooh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I can't allow that. Thank you. Oh, this doesn't work the way that I want it to, does it? It does, actually, because I drew this. Does this work? I have to I have to flip something face down, so. That's awesome, dude. Of course you fucking have that. Why would you know? Why would you know? I kind of want to go Big Welcome. I kind of have to go Big Welcome. Though it really doesn't make sense to do that, does it? Except it does. Except it doesn't. I trying to think what my best options here would be. I could just go regular welcome. I think it is just big welcome. And I'll just lose to Ash. No point in summoning Engraver there. Just that doesn't do anything. If they have Ash or Ghost Ogre, I do lose. Like I just lose on the spot. There's nothing I can do about that. Good game. But if they, that kind of changes things. But only kind of. We're gonna go like this. Oh, how very interesting. Special this guy. Return this one. Use. Pop you. And we will pop card in hand. Fiendsmith. Makes sense. Sick. Almost certainly they have another Maxi because, you know, they've seen like 6,000 cards. Coldplay? Surprising. Droll? No? Interesting. Can't be Fuala, so it's probably the you know, second Maxi. Because Maxi had to certainly change things. It certainly solved all of the issues that Maxi creates. Bestial. Sure, yeah. Also, can we ban Magnemite? It's fine. Magnemite's fine. Okay. We'll set this. I'm gonna go like this. Lovely Lab. I'll set the Destructive Daruma. Baylor. Sure. I'll pop it. Just don't click the imperm. Just let it happen. I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. Hey look, I set the Daruma anyway. Coolio. Yeah, we'll just go combat here. Also, sniping their Fiendsmith engine was crazy. If I don't snipe this Fiendsmith engine, well, no, because they would have had to have played into the Maxi. Yeah, Maxi's fair. It's totally fair. I think we go like this, right? So that we can set the other trap off this guy's effect. The biggest problem is now we don't have Big Welcome, but I don't think that's too much of a concern. We get to go again Roku here. It's Tuesday, I got married, so I'll be out of town on honeymoon. Gonna be home in her home country. She'll be busy and drunk. Well, good luck. Congrats as well. Hope all goes well. This is why I think Magma is just like too powerful. Especially when they started printing Poplar effects, it's like, how much do I want to bet there are going to be more dragons that Magma can search during the end phase that just like does the combo during the opponent's turn? Probably a bunch, right? Sure. Oh, actually, first things first, we go Barrier. And we call Synchro. And this gives me this. And we'll bring back this guy. They're never gonna ban Magma, but they should. Similar to like Called By. Never gonna ban it? Absolutely should. Seal? That's a choice. Yep. So now I can do this, which is nice. You get to make this guy. Because they decided to link off their fire monsters. So now I can actually like interact with them. Woo. See, just go first, win the game. It's that simple. Fua, Perulia, and Roach me today. Look at his hand. It was Pydra, Imperm, Perulia. I won the duel off of the back of Triple Tack. Because I do have Heaven's Mandate. Yeah. True. Average 10 by hand. Just draw everything. Also, imagine playing 3 Perulia. The hell are you Peruliing? I guess White Forest kind of gets cooked by it. Snake Eye doesn't love it, but it's like not the end of the world for them. We lose. Hooray. We might actually be able to beat this deck. Starter, sure. Okay. Why is that an attack position? Why'd they do that? Also, if they have nothing in hand, I don't give a shit about what they make. Their end board is going to be mediocre at best. So this is what? They definitely have some sort of hand trap, right? That's called by. That's like objectively bad for us. Sure, sure. It's a good draw. Not a bad draw. Let's start with Laku. Called by? Azure Rune. Not what I was expecting, not gonna lie. Just straight up not what I was expecting. So, their entire board now goes away. Isn't that hilarious? Cool. Normal summon Ariana. Effective Ariana. Uh-huh. Yep. Coolio. You still summon the carry here. That is not the right choice. You summon Carrot there. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm lying to you. Okay, I've already normaled. We'll go tracked here. Guard Blurry. Pitch Flurry. Special. They have something like Valor here. That's interesting. They could have Ghost Mourner? No, don't go to battle. Dial. The boy. I can clean the field of 2s, which is also pretty good. Let's go Requiem. This doesn't require you targeting a face-up. Yeah, just target a monster. Alright, let's go Chandra. Pitch Engraver. Set a Big Whelk. The biggest of Whelks. We'll go Kuklock. We will special. Do you have Nib? Nib goes crazy here. We go Yama. You're a fiend, right? Oh, you require a light fiend, though. But we can still make that work. We could go that into that into Yeah. I think I still go Yama here. Yama. Can we go Engraver into sequence? Put back the Lurie. It's a Bestial. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine then. Bestials and Sprite feels terrible. It's like so bad. Or I should say it feels very bad to like actually play. Coolio. Let's go Anguish. For Anguish. We'll go Sharvara. Yup. Set this. We'll go like this. We'll yoink you. This guy. Rage. Did they search with Magnemite? Yeah, they did. That's annoying. Because that means they could have, they could banish my Yama here, which would be really frustrating. Can't really do anything about that, but it would be annoying. Do I play SP? I do. Sure. Terrible fucking choice. Just bad choice. Because now they can't activate the Bestial. And I add back my Ariana. Yeah. Yep. Add back Ariana. Azure. Yep. Can they negate this summon? No, it doesn't look like they can. Sure. Do this. 30 you. Sure. Hell yeah. Nice maxi. Oh, well. That kind of sucks. Alright, well, normal summon Ariana. But, of course, why would they not have this? Why would they not have this? Whoa. Whoa. Crazy. Whoa. Anyway. Oh, I actually should have tagged out there. I'm kind of dumb. Yo, imagine if we had the third engraver. That'd be crazy. Crazy. That should... Oh, it doesn't. Let's go for sequence. Sequence, effect, fusion, you, using you and you. Whee! Isn't Lacrima so sick and interesting? He's so sick and interesting, dude. Is that lethal? Yep, it's exact. Sick. Let's hack and go! Where's my opponent's hand? In the grave. Got rid of it. That's where it belongs. Nah, they were playing Sprite. It's fine. But they were playing bad Sprite. They were playing live Twin Sprite, as opposed to any of the other good versions. And they didn't go into Fiendsmith. Cringe. Yeah, even if it wasn't exact lethal, as long as it was 1200 away, we could have lethaled them. I was not worried about lethal there, is what I was saying. Yo, crazy hand. Alright, we'll start with Engraver. Is it Lakukaracha? It is! Hooray! Hooray! That's my favorite, dude. I can love that. That's so sick, dude. Alright, attract. We'll go tract. Grab Engraver. Pitch. Lovely. And we'll set 1. We'll set 2. And we'll pass. Pretty sure I lose, but... Just started Master Duel a few months ago. I'm getting cooked by Snake Eyes deck every single game. That's not just you. That's everyone. Oh, wow. We're still playing Toy Soldier? In what? What deck plays Toy Soldier? Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Mm-hmm. For sure. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling this isn't White Forest, which is why I'm gonna do this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I lose, but they did draw the Roach, so can't really do much about that. But then just sending the cards off of Magician Souls gets them insane advantage, which I don't want, so. Timaeus. What the fuck? Sure, bud. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's Dragoon. It's Magia. I think that's their goal. So is this nothing? Except for potentially a card in hand. To be fair, if card in hand is La Cucaracha, I am cooked. There's not a whole lot I can do about La Cucaracha. Never mind. That card, that draw is insanity. That draw is so insanely good. If they don't have La Cucaracha, we're fine. They could have like a Bestial. Bestial would also be pretty bad. But again, wouldn't be the end of the world thanks to that draw. And this is why we play 3 of this. 3 of them things, 3 of them things, 3 of them things. So now we can put back this engraver to summon out this engraver to then summon out another engraver. Crazy. Crazy. Engraver 2, Electric Boogaloo. Would very much so not like to fusion summon. Not with Tract. We'll go Engrave. We'll send you. We'll send you. You're the most threatening. Do we actually go sequence here? Yeah. Yeah, we do. We go sequence. We go sequence. And then we go sequence. Activate your effect. Then I can't go Yama. I mean, I could. I could just make, like, hard make Desiree here. And then normal summon and go Yama. Oh, how do I feel about that? I'm feeling feelings. I actually really like that play. I think that play is really, really solid. I don't need Lacrima. I've already used all of the effects that Lacrima would give me. But I can still do this, which is very nice. Very nice. What do we add here? I guess we just add... like, Stovey Dorby? Yeah, we'll add Stovey. We'll go Stovey Torby. Pitch Tract. Set. Big Whelk. Big Whelk. Link for Yama. Yama. Effect. Do I pop Imperm here? Maybe. No, Big Welcome still gives us an interaction if we pop it, so it's probably that one. Let's do this. Let's go Sharvara. Pop this. Here. Into this guy. Now the question is, do we go A-Bomb? No, I don't think we do. It would be very nice to go A-Bomb. But yeah, I don't think we do go A-Bomb. Doesn't really make sense. Does it? No. Yeah. We go Abominable. Not Abominable. Rage. We go Rage. We could just make SP. That's funny. It's not very good, but it is funny. What is this set card? Oh, it's that guy. Right. What is his defense? That's the real question. With that one. Okay. Please do the thing. Hell yeah. To be fair, it does send for cost, so you still get the advantage of, like, sending the guy, but, like... Hell yeah. Sure. Mm-hmm. 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 I could have imperm here. Does that accomplish anything? No, that's fine. Yeah, dude. For sure. For sure, my guy. That's... wild. Coolio. We'll go main 2. And we will simply pass to you. I'm surprised we didn't grab, like, Toy Box. Would it not have been better just to grab a second Toy Box so that we can use both effects? So we can, like, activate... They probably... Let's be honest. This player probably didn't know that you could use Toy Box's effect multiple times per turn if you had multiple Toy Box. They probably didn't think about the fact that it's a soft once per turn. Fucking sure, dude. What the hell do you do? You make Typhon. But of course, Typhon's crazy here. Just ignore my rage that is currently on field. Just ignore it. It's not real. It cannot hurt you. What if I instead did this? What if I did this? Thoughts? What are you called by? That guy mattered. Trust. Yeah, dude. Don't worry, my engraver mattered there. Not the Yama, nor my Stovey Torby, nor my lovely, nor... Engraver's the thing that's going to kill him. Trust. At least activate the toy box here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Bro's gonna learn about Yama today. He's gonna learn that Yama is a card that exists today. Never mind. He didn't need to know. Didn't even click it. Upsetty. If only I could look at my opponent's deck and see what they were playing. He just banished the card he recognized from Master Duel meta. The thing is, that call by just didn't matter. I had too many cards that they basically needed to hit in the grave for that to do anything at that point. Because, like, yeah, if they don't deal with the engraver, it kills them on follow-up. If they don't deal with Yama, it kills them through, like, getting additional interactions, right? Or, like, reborning a guy. They, you know, also being able to call by, like, Rage is very nice. So that I don't get, like, nearly as much in terms of recursion. Like, there's a ton of things that they kind of just needed there. That they just didn't get. Someone just, like, carrot? Jet. Jet's an option. I think I imperm this. I think this is the imperm. Cool. Coolio. Oh, Mexi's so fun, dude. Mexi's so cool. It's so sick. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's what I've been waiting for. All right. Combat. Hiya. Do you have the Kukaracha? How's the climbing going? We're playing against terrible, no good, very bad players, so it's pretty good. It's like playing against children. We will set... What's really good against this deck? Daruma? Summon... Lovely. And now I lose to Nibiru. True. True. Or evenly. Evenly would suck here. You have Fua? Fua would be criminal here. Did another VTuber thing just happen? Yeah, it was the Duel of the Titans. However, I think there's going to be more of those. I could be wrong. Because I think there's a few more VTubers that are still likely to play. Could be wrong. Who knows? Easy. Easy Fua loss. I could just pass here. But what does that accomplish? It's cool! I can't argue with that. Yeah, I just passed. I think they have more lined up. I am not certain. Deep bells up. Swamp Frog, what the? Oh yeah, this guy's at 3. I forgot. I forgot! I forgot! Wait, I need to be playing Sprite! Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Crazy, crazy. Ronin Toden. Sure. Please do the thing that I think you're about to do. There's like one thing that they could possibly even potentially do. Go for it. And like now at this point it just doesn't matter. Like they're just dead. They're dead to known quantities. The question is whether or not they know that they're dead. Gigantes. But of course. I don't want to be locked myself into 2s. Do you have starter? Do you have smasher? It's likely starter, right? Yeah. I will set a trap trick, I guess? Sure, why not? We will summon the Coup Clock and bounce it back to hand. Alright, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, Chain Link 3. I did that wrong. It's fine. Chain Link 4. Should have done the trap as the last effect. That would have mattered the most. I'm almost certain they have a starter in hand. They could also still have smashers. That is still a possibility. That is very funny. Yeah, we'll set it. Maybe they didn't. Who knows? Not I. So technically, I've gotten all of the gems that I need to. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh no. Oh no. Just don't, just be bad and don't be playing Red Reboot, please. That's like the one card I cannot beat. Like under any circumstance. Also, if it's Sky Striker, as long as they don't have some sort of board breaker, we should be a-okay. Sorry, spell and trap card removal. Big board wipe in terms of spell and trap card removal. But of course they will, because it's Sky Striker, and that's just what they do, baby. That's just what they do. Smile. Okay, this is Sky Striker. They haven't done anything. Likely it's Board Breaker, Turbo, Dot Deck. How is Fiendsmith Labyrinth working? It's great. I love it. It's a nice mix between... Well, it is a very solid control deck. It's a nice, cool mid-range, and it works very well. I think I just normal summon Chandra here, right? Yeah. I think I did. We've already used that. Oh, do we go... I really want to go Yama. It doesn't really make sense to go Yama here, though. It kind of does. No, I think I want to have the least amount of monsters on my field as possible. Because I think the monsters are a lot more susceptible here. So we'll go you and you. Hiwa. I guess I could still go Yama. That loses to more heavy board wipes. And I'm guessing they have, like, Snatch Steal or Change of Heart or something like that. What does Sequence exactly say? Yeah, I think it's just Desiree. I think it's just Desiree. I pretty much lose no matter what to a big-ass board wipe. There's, like, nothing I can do about that. Lacrima. Back Requiem. And that's time in the round. The question is... I think I want to play around a potential Lava Golem. So I think I don't summon the Engraver. Even though it would be really nice to be able to have the Engraver for Big Welcome, I think it just... I think I just can't do that. Maybe I do. You know what? I think I have to kind of be a bit greedy here. Just hope that they are not on Lava Golem. Okay, I don't have to be greedy here. I could have not been greedy and it would have been fine. As long as it is not... Well, no. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Do you think Dimensional Ground is a good card in Lab? Not right now. No. Sky Striker? Sure. Also, absolutely called it. The reason I say that it's not very good is because most of the time you're wanting to actually utilize the Grave with, like, Fiendsmith or Unchained or your actual Labyrinth cards in order to, like, play going first. Or to, like, have a play going first. We're playing multiple Hornet drones. And we drew both of them. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I really don't want to use Desiree if I can help it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you were playing, like, all traps in lab, it would be fine. Camellia. You don't send for cost, do you? No. Good, you're a fair and balanced Yu-Gi-Oh card. Do I just let this happen? I think I wait for the Kagari. Right? Because right now they're still locked out of being able to use the Sky Striker spells. So I think we just Espero. Kagari. Yup. They could make Zeke, which could be frustrating. We definitely imperm this. We allow them to make Zeke because they just have to banish the Engraver, which doesn't do anything. Then we can keep the Desiree for potential anything else. Mm-hmm. Yeah? What are we doing? A new Sky Striker Link 1. Son of a bitch. What are we making? This is targets, right? Yeah, okay. No, my Engraver. Whatever shall I do? I guarantee there is a triple tactics talents sitting in hand, fucking rotting. I really hope there is. Suffer. I guarantee they're so pissed. They're like, why didn't you activate your stupid ass Desiree? Yeah, combat. Do you have linkage? Nah, you ain't got shit. Yeah, you ain't got shit. Ah, I fucking knew it. I hate Sky Striker, dude. Oh, why did I not? Oh, because, yeah, we're bouncing it. I was like, wait, why am I stupid? Two talents and a thrust? True. It's like, no. What it is it's thrust, talents, and, like, Widow Anchor. No, it wouldn't have been a Widow Anchor. What would it have been? Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely, like, at least 1 to 2 talents. Or triple tax, I should say. One of them was probably thrust. One of them was talents. One of them was... Afterburners. I have no idea. Debut 1. Stop Sage. Then they already have Maiden, right? Mm-hmm. Do I imperm this as well? Trying to think of, like, what a better option would be here other than just imperm. Yeah, this is likely the Imperm. Because I don't think there's another, like, Imperm target in this deck. Oh, don't do that. Why do we do that? That was dumb. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We will go Lady Lab. Do you have La Cucaracha? Cool. Summon. And then we'll go Chandra. Pitching tracks feels bad, but this is absolutely the correct play. Let's grab Big Welcome. Spawning Ash into the opponent's hand. True. True. Combat. Yeah. I'm almost certain they have, like, Maxi here. You have Jet? No Jet. Okay. Good to know. Yeah! There it is! There it is! Coolio. Are we surprised? No. Disappointed? Yes. Alright, Coolio. Out comes the boy. Do they have Imperm? Surely it's Imperm, right? Bingo! Bingo! Bingo, bango, bongo, baby. Sure. Be really cool if Maxi wasn't a thing. I think we have to go Chandra here for... Does it make sense to go Big Welcome? It makes sense to go Field Spell, right? Because Big Welcome's already in Grave, which is already another interaction. Yeah, so we go for the Field Spell here, actually. So that's just like an additional pop. How much do you want to bet they have a second Sage in hand? I don't trust it. Huh. Interesting. Guarantee they had an Ash in hand, and they're wondering as to why they could not Ash there. Guaranteed. Bro, they didn't brick. They drew one of their best starters and multiple hand traps and an extender. They drew probably their best starter, one of their better extenders, and two really solid hand traps. Ten out of 10. 10 out of 10 donuts. I hate this game. I hate this game. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Going second. Who would have guessed? Not I. Not a bad hand. Is this what I think it is? This is the one time where seeing these cards make me go, please be Exo Sister. If this is Math Mech, I'm gonna scream. You've been warned. You've been warned. I'm gonna. It's Math Mech. Oh! It's Exo. Oh, could you have imagined? Could you have imagined? Oh, okay, well, this is the imperm. We're 1000% of the time imperming this. They have packs in hand, so it didn't matter. Tragic. Watch. Woo! Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, baby! So how dead am I? Extremely, right? They have 2 banishes. If they banish the 2 correct cards, I just immediately lose the game. Man, I love Exo Sister. Isn't it so fucking cool? It's my fave, dude. Also, imagine playing Exo Sister right now. Oh, never mind. They have nothing. Ash? There's no shot this resolves. This never resolves. I've never had it resolve. Just show me the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring that I know you have. Never mind. We're good. The choices. Michaelis, sure. Sure. We can go Arius here, which is extremely fucking good. Because I can basically force out interaction very unfavorably for my opponent here by going for that. Yeah. Yup. Yeah. If they have Ash, I lose. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Like, if they have it, they have it. You know, can't really do anything. They have it. Tragic. Wow! So cool! I fucking hate this game. Oh, what? This resolve? What the hell? Interesting. Wow, banish everything that I could ever ask for? Wow, that's so fucking sick, dude. I love that. Wow, Exo Sister's so fun and interesting. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. I love that they misplayed that in, like, every way, but got rewarded because they just drew the card. Just draw the fucking cards. It's that simple. Who printed Exo Sister? I'd like to have words. Dude, I have never had a... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. Sure. Trying to think if it's worth it to go into Requiem. It's not terrible, but I really don't want to give them any draws. Yeah, I think we just have pass. White Forest is currently the best deck in the game. Do you have Ash? Yep, tragic. Good game. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's Maxi. Nope, it's not. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Insane draw. Called by? No, they would have used it. There's no point in keeping the Engraver in hand, right? Yeah. So we just pitch it. Engraver. Go back Lurry. Okay. Fusion. Sure. The hell are these specials? DLVL. Sure. Okay. Oh, cool. I lose again because I lost the coin flip. That's just how Yu-Gi-Oh goes. Yay. Yay. All Never mind, this hand is insane. Ready? First action, DLVL star. Go. Sure, I'll roach here. We'll see if they have the answer. They do. Whoa. Who would have guessed? Do I just let this go, then? I'm trying to think if I negate this. What happens if I negate this? They just have extension. Yeah. I think we just let that go. Given the fact that I have the Nibiru in hand, I think we just allow that. And then they triple attack me for my life savings, and I cried. Maiden. Tragic. But me too, bud. Maiden. Sure. Okay. Do we set like wishes here? Probably, right? I struggle to think of a reason not to. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna pitch a fool loss, watch. Oh, they have a Maxi in hand? Damn, now I lose. Like, that's just like a death sentence. Maxi really makes this frustrating, huh? Also, what did we add? We added Valor, as opposed to adding Sage and normal summoning it to grab the Valor. Because we're dumb. Why are we going Tyrant Dragon? What the fuck does this do? Oh, did they forget to go Maiden? That's actually so funny, if they just, like, forgot to go Maiden. Making a rank 8? Okay, now down comes Maiden. Sure. I think I just keep the Infit. I literally see no reason to use the Infit. Did you pitch Maxi and not keep a Maxi in your hand? The fuck? Huh? Take it extra normal the Valor? Make him bigger. Huge. Do they have another Sage already in hand? So they can, like, already normal summon it? Maybe. Does normal Valor do anything? No. Yeah, that's about what I expected. We know one of the cards is Valor. They searched Valor. That's a tragic draw. Just like a really bad one. It's got to be Maxi, and they just didn't want to use it on the Nibiru, right? Is it Ash? Oh, I mean, it's True Light. Yeah. Okay, set, sure. Wait, did we click? We clicked set, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. For a second, I thought they were gonna, like, special summon. Go to the Centurion part of his deck? Yeah, with what? Grab Lurie. Lurie, he's the star of the show. What did we say? Majesty. Okay. Look Kukaracha, right? Not Ash. Do you have a Bestial? Oh, a Bestial cooks me here. Oh, shit. Wait, that go brazy. Oh, except it doesn't, I lied. Never mind, I kill him. Never mind. Terrible use of the Bestial there. Stop. Stop clicking buttons. You're doing it way poorly. You're doing it way poorly, my guy. My guy. My guy, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, buddy. You gotta stop, buddy. What's crazy is I could still fusion summon here. And I could still send away the guy. Does that do anything? No, it does fuck all. But it's funny! That is true. But no, we need to do this to go into Yama. Yama. Subtract. Pop it. Go for this guy. I think we have to go A-bomb here. I think that's like my only option. And I think we go Sunset Pass. And then we pop during the end phase. We pop this. Yeah. This is what target? The Abomination? Yes. Yeah, targets. Yeah, sure. Coolio. I kind of have to go Yama here, right? That does kind of feel bad, though. Doing that. Maybe we don't have to. I'm trying to think if there's a reason, or if there's like a possibility that I don't go Yama here. I actually think I don't. I think I don't go Yama. Yeah, I just don't. So go Sage. They've already used True Light. So I think that's fine. They grab like Maiden. And then we imperm the... What's his bucket? Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Sage is fine. Maiden. Yep, yep, yep. Is this a soft once per turn? No, this is the one that is a hard once per turn. You only use the following effect of True Light once per turn. Yep, yep, yep. Uh-huh. Summon Spirit. Okay. Before you do that, stop. You violated the law. Summon this guy. We go Ariana into Lady. Here. Confirm. Is Labyrinth Unchained? It's Fiend Control. We'll go with that. Because it's Fiendsmith, Unchained, Labyrinth. Shenanigans. Doing stage 2 but not caring about qualifying in essence is just self-harm? Yeah. Wait, no it's not. What if you just enjoy the game? What if you just wanted to play like Yu-Gi-Oh! Against good or like better players than the latter has? Like, is that not... Is that, I feel like that's a reason to play. Why'd you put that there? It's fine. Or if you just want to, like, see how far you can go. I'm not saying this format. I'm just saying in general. Because I do agree. This format is terrible. I hate it. I'm still in stage 1. Like, I have played, like, none of this format. You were making Typhon? Oh, Typhon. Typhon. He's the star of the show. Whoa. Does that do anything? No. I don't think it does. This doesn't target, so they can just bounce the lady and then walk into this. But if they go to combat and walk over Ariana, does Yama trigger in? Yeah. Yeah, so this would trigger just special summoning Anguish here. Which is, like, insane. Could also summon a A-Bomb, but that doesn't really make sense to do. Summon this guy. Destroy a card. Nah. Just grab the gems and bail. Yeah, pretty much. They're pretty much dead to follow up. I struggle to think of a thing that they could potentially do here. I just don't think there is. Cool, anyway. Yoink. That shit mine. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! That's crazy. I would never. They have to reborn here. Like, there's literally no other option. But by doing that, I can literally just go SP and nuke the field, and then they don't get their big dingus. Just kidding, I lied to you. I can't do that. Because this goes into Fiend Monsters, doesn't it? No, I'm locked into Fiends via the trap. That's what it is. I'm locked into Fiends via the trap. I got there. I remembered card effects. Summon Maiden. For sure, for sure. Now, I still have the Fiendsmith engine in Grave. So I still have, like, the ability to do the entirety of the Fiendsmith engine here. Which is kind of cool. We'll summon Lady. We'll go Engraver. Shuffle back the sequence for the boy. We'll go Requiem. Oh, my banished Requiem. Oh no. Anyway. This is why we play 2 of those things. There's like no point in me equipping the Requiem here, is there? There kind of is. There kind of is. But no, not really. I lied to you. Cool. Let's go Big Welk. Let's go Chain. We will set the Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? We'll summon your boy. And do we bounce Engraver here? Yeah, I actually think we did. Yep. Mandatory effect. Optional. Optional. The poor Blue Eyes player. I forgot for a second what they were playing. Hey! We did a dual level max. Wow, crazy. Whoa, crazy. Now I can participate in stage 2. I have literally no desire to do that. No viewable rankings available. Tragic. Yay to see it. Oh, my deck? Yeah, I can show you my deck. I can't show you my opponent's deck. Because this game... This event, I should say. Next box looks like garbage. Was the next box announced? No. Oh. Am I interested in something? Well, we haven't gotten any information on the new box. Konami has not leaked any... announced any new information on the new box. Therefore, there is no information on the new box. Surely there's not some other secondary website who would talk about something before it's announced officially by Konami. Never. No. But that being said, we could take a look at what is expected. How dare you, Fake Bow? I would never. Here's the deck list I'm playing. It's 41. Reason being, it feels nice. But it's what I will lovingly call Cannons and Castles, or Castles and Cannons. I love that name, by the way. But it's basically just like all of the good Fiends stuff that isn't Yubel, and it's more of like the control Fiend stuff. It's not my bad. My opponent is on Blackwing, summons Dragon, the Burn, Blackwing Dragon, Dispotter, Full Armor Master, and Kali Yuga on my turn. Oh, you thought Blackwings did anything remotely fair and interesting? No, Blackwings is known for doing criminal activities. I don't know why they're so heinous with what they accomplish, but they are, and it sucks. Bro, I have a guy... This is one of the reasons I've stopped going to locals. There is a guy at my locals who will play only Blackwings, and always, consistently, without fail, he does the most heinous combos. And it's like, if they go first, they just, like, win the game. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Ugh. But yeah, here's the deck list that I was playing. I really enjoy this deck list. This is probably the most fun deck that I've played this format. Because it still does Fiendsmith stuff, which I really enjoy. I do find Fiendsmith to be very interesting in the way that it works, and a lot of the functions that it provides. I think Engraver is one of the most well-designed Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That being said, it's overpowered as hell, but it's still really well-designed. What do I play in the TCG? It's been a while. Last deck that I played was Fire King Tri-Brigade. Right now, I literally just got in the mail today. Hold on. I just got in the mail today. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I got the Blue Eyes deck today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I haven't been to locals in a while, but I do want to play Blue Eyes at locals. I just picked up 3 of the structure, and I'm gonna take 3 of the structure to locals. And maybe it'll be fun. No unboxing. Would anyone have enjoyed me literally just opening a package that was already unboxed? I didn't get any of the fucking promos. I just bought 3 promo-less structures. Because I was like, oh, I'm sure... Because I purchased them late. And like I started looking for them late because I was like, I don't know if I'll enjoy it. And then I played it in... Or, no. And then I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll buy it. So I was like, okay, most likely no one has it. So I purchased it online without any of the promos. And then a whole bunch of like... It ended up like going back to the seller. And I was like, hey, could you send that to me anyway? I'd rather have it than not have... Than like get the refund. Anyway. Suffice to say, literally the next day, I was at Walmart, and I was like, you know what? I might as well check to see if they have it. To see if they have the structure. So I go over there and I check, and of course there's like a bajillion of the old Blue Eyes structure. And I was like, okay, well, clearly they don't. And I keep looking, and I find exactly 3 copies of the one I was looking for, and I was like, oh, like, surely I buy this, right? I didn't. And then I ended up getting the other ones in mail, but like, oh. I kind of was like, oh, dang. I should have taken the refund and just bought these. I just genuinely didn't think anyone would have them. Bestial Handtrap Control looks like a crazy deck, too. Very funny. Yeah, I've played that one. It's pretty fun. It's not my fave, but it's pretty fun. Do I have the Primite cards? No. Primite cards are expensive, and I am poor. That's why I buy the structures. And only the structures. It's already open. Thanks for watching. Smile. Alright, here you go. Here's Blue Eyes. It's already opened. Thanks for watching. Smile. There you go. There's my opening. I could show you the deck that I like put together. It's not very interesting, but like, is Dinomorphia still viable? It was never viable. I guess it depends on your definition of viable. What are you looking for in a deck when it comes to viability? If you're looking for like a top tier deck, Dinomorphia was never top tier. Not even like in the conversation. If you're talking about a rogue strategy or like something that could get you to Master 1, it used to be. At this point, I highly doubt it. Unless you're doing something else, heinous and criminal, you would have to get very lucky to be able to get to Master 1 reliably. The problem is that it just loses to like everything and anything. That's like its biggest issue. Like it loses to Ash Blossom, it loses to Ghost Spell, it loses to Imperm, it loses to going second, it loses to any of the like back row removal that people are playing. It loses to yeah, just like a myriad of things. I guess it doesn't lose if it like can go first and really set up its combo effectively, or like it doesn't have like it is able to get like several counter traps as well as its full combo, which is kind of unlikely. Loses to Yubel, yes, absolutely. Yubel, like, looks at it and it explodes. I'll show you the deck that I put together, but it has not been tested, and I would not say that it is very good. Zark-Daruma is always fun to pull off. True. True, true. Do I have Dominus Purge? Those cards are good in Blue Eyes. Nope. Don't have any of the Dominus cards. How expensive is Dominus? I'm actually going to look that up. Dominus. I'll just look up the Dominus cards. Dominus Purge and Dominus Impulse are $10 or $11 and $21 respectively. Is that the worst? No. Is that the best? Also no. But like, in order to get a playset of Dominus Purge, I would have to pay the exact same amount that I paid to get the structures. And the thing is, I haven't played at locals in a long time because it would mean that I wouldn't be able to stream that day. Or like, I would have to stream like significantly earlier or significantly later or something like that. So like, for the most part, I just like don't end up going to locals because of that. Just due to like when I stream. But I mean, I could. Yeah, I don't play Paper Yu-Gi-Oh! Very often. Or I should have done this the other way. Usually go to locals at Sunday. Yeah. I don't think I have locals on Sunday. I could check, but I could stream locals. Yeah. I could release videos about it. The thing is, here's the thing. Yes, I could stream locals. That is a thing that I could do. I could also release videos about locals, right? However, I don't enjoy... How do I put this? I don't enjoy going to locals very often, just in general. And if I am going to make content on it, it feels so negligible and like unimportant because I don't go to like any of the big events, so it feels just like out of place on my channel, which is why I don't really make content on it. Honestly, my first matchup live stream would probably be against the Blackwing guy. You are absolutely correct. I'm not like... It's not like I don't enjoy going to locals. I do enjoy it. When I go. Like, every time I go, I have fun. But, with that being said, I also don't really have an incentive to go to locals, and it's at a weird time where I'm almost disincentivized to go to locals. So, there's that. I should go back left my locals, not click like. Like on Saturdays. So the card shop that's close to me that I could go to has locals on for Yu-Gi-Oh specifically. They have like the anti-meta stuff, or not anti-meta, but the like non-meta stuff on Tuesday, which is generally what I go to because I don't really play the meta stuff. But the reason I do that is because I tend to work on Saturdays. And then that's when like the regular locals is, like the paid locals, right? And like the Tuesday thing is just like show up and it's free, right? I, I enjoy when I go, but like I just haven't gone in a while. I could, but then I'd have to go outside, which I don't do. Here, I will quickly show you. Let me quickly show you my deck list. Let me zoom in. Hold on. I have a scene for this. Let's go. Can you see that? I don't know. My camera's not very good for this, but I literally just put this together. Just it's extremely basic and probably terrible, but that's okay because this is I mean, it's just 3 of the structure basically. 3 maiden. It has become holy. Sorry, that's very funny. It's like right where the light is. 3 sage, Coolio, 3 Neo, Coolio, 3 egg. I don't know if this is necessarily a good option, but I mean, what else am I gonna play? 3 blue eyes. I'm using all of the different artworks that were included. For some reason, they didn't include the best artwork, which is the one that I do have. I do have this artwork, but it's in my wallet, and I'm not going to remove it from my wallet, but like, I do have that one. This one is by far the best. I'd use it if I could, but it didn't come in the structure for some reason. Konami hates it. Is D-Barrier popular at my locals? No. I don't know. Maybe. Again, I haven't been in like legitimately a year. We have the 3 wishes. Also, I don't know if I should be playing 3 blue eyes, but I'm gonna, because it's funny. 3 roar. The 1 true light. The 1 master with eyes of blue. This one is kind of... It's mostly there for like follow-up. And then we're playing 2 majesty of the white dragon, which is a pretty solid trap. And then of course the 1 field spell. Then because we're playing egg, I'm also playing Dragon Spirit of White and Jet Dragon. Jet Dragon's kind of crazy, especially with like Ryzeal, but at least so I've heard. You can't see my face. I'm making facial expressions. And then it's just 3 Imperm, 3 Valor, 3 Ash, 2 Nib, and a Called-by. All of which were in the structure. Crazy. And I believe that's 40. I could be wrong. I may have miscounted, but there you go. And in terms of side deck, I don't know. I have a bunch of like side deck cards, but I'd have to get them. And then the extra is... I have 3 Spirit. I don't know if I need 3, but like there was nothing else to put in the extra, so like might as well. I'm playing 2 Ultimate because it's like the only target for Spirit. I am playing 1 Azure, I should mention. So we do have the 1 Azure, and that's it for the Synchros. You probably can't see that very well, but it's fine. The 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This I could potentially play 3 of. Instead of this Spirit Dragon, you could play the Spirit with Eyes of Blue. But I wanted to also play 2 Seals. I feel like Spheres or Seal is like really, really good. So I wanted to do that. And then I'm playing the 1 Xyz, 2 Tyrant Dragon. The 2 Tyrant Dragon, I think, is pretty valuable, just in general. Just having access to a second one, I think, is pretty nice. And then we're also playing the Burst Dragon, which I think is a good way to just, like, remove stuff from the field that's, like, sticky. Because it's just like, oh, I'm going to crash a thing and then get out of it. And then the Neo Ultimate. Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Which is... fine. You know what? Here, let's do... Nah, never mind. Forget I said anything. It's my face again. Let's put Anakin back in frame. We're back. We're back. Hooray! It's way cheaper than Primate. True. What happened to my chat? Why did it die? Don't know. Alright, well. So we could continue playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or... let me actually see. Is there... I honestly thought it would take longer because of my terrible, no good, very bad luck. But then I forgot that I forgot how bad the players are after stage 2 starts. The stage 1 players in the Duelist Cup are just like the worst. They're so bad. Which is genuinely something that I forgot. I was like, surely they're not that bad. They just are. They just are. And it's also all, like, non-meta stuff. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Favorite hand traps. Which I must say is a very funny tier list. So maybe we do that one. Did you see the trailer for the new MTG set? Makes me wish Konami would take some notes. Dude, Konami could do like 10 bajillion things to make Yu-Gi-Oh! Significantly better. And they just don't. There are so many very, very simple things that Konami could do to excite its players, or to make Yu-Gi-Oh! More acceptable. Not acceptable. More easily understandable for newer players, right? Or easier to jump into as a newer player. Like, we don't have a format where new players can just, like, pick up and play the game. Because the standard way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the big, complicated bullshit fest that is current advanced format. But it'd be one thing if they, like, actually advertised, or like, had, like, a rotation style format, or if they, like, advertised for, like, Edison format, and, like, had, like there's a bajillion things that they could do. They could, like, make sets that were draft ready, or, like, draft style sets. That would be... It's yeah, Konami could learn a few things. Very intimidating from a new player perspective. Absolutely. Came back after playing as a kid and it was rough at first. Yeah. I think I had the best transition you could possibly ask for when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As a child. Stopped playing pretty much before learning any of the rules. Like, I didn't even play Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! That's how, like, little I played Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. But I came back to very early Duel Links. And I mean normal summon Sergeant Electro Turbo Duel Links, which was so peak for a new player. Because that was extremely understandable. I looked up a video and it was like, play this deck. And it was like, normal summon Black Brachio. Or like, you know, activate Windstorm of Etika. Or something along those lines. Like, it was so simple. So I, like, understood, and that was what I was playing in Duel Links. Great. Fantastic. Super simple, super easy. And then I stopped playing Duel Links for a while, and I came back to Ancient Gear being the best deck. And Ancient Gear is also very, very simple. It is, you summon a big dingus by popping a spell and trap. Spell and or trap. And then that guy hits your opponent really hard in the face. And like, as soon as I came back, I got to King of Games, and it felt great. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then right after that was Dark Lord. And Dark Lord was like my first introduction to a combo deck. And then from there, I played Duel Links for quite some time until Master Duel came out. And then I was able to play Master Duel. And now I'm here. Anyone who came back into Master Duel I'm surprised. I would be so surprised if anyone stopped playing when they were a kid and then came back to Master Duel. Because by that point, you're fucked. Like, there's no way that that is, like, an easy jumping in point. You're just, like, not capable of having a good experience. Like, that's... I got so lucky. I got so lucky with the fact that Duel Links was still in its early stages when I started playing it. That I was able to use Duel Links as a point to jump off from into the rest of the wider world of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was so fucking good. And then they ruined it. They started releasing Xyz and Links and Pendulums and lots of Synchro Monsters. And it's like, oh, it was so good. Early 5Ds was the perfect thing to keep Duel Links at forever. Just never release anything past that, and it's perfect. It's the best game for newer players to pick up Yu-Gi-Oh! And they fucked it. They ruined it. They ruined it, and it makes me so sad because it worked so well for me. This is not a tier 0 guy. I started as a kid, came back in Master Duel. Honestly, like, it is more a testament to how much y'all want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Rather than how good Master Duel is. I think Master Duel, for newer players, for players who haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time, or who just, like, haven't ever played Yu-Gi-Oh!, Master Duel is terrible. It's so bad. Heroes was the meta just recently in Duel Links 2. It still is. That has not changed. It's still one of the best decks, and so is Salamangreat, thanks to a stupid-ass skill that says, hey, do whatever you want. Just do the full combo. Like, yeah, cool, great. Why is this a thing? The problem is that now Duel Links has strayed away from being a, like, simplified version of of Yu-Gi-Oh! And has turned into just, like, its own thing. That's just as complicated. It just now, instead of being a whole bunch of cards that do the complication, it's a bunch of skills that do the complication on top of having the cards. So it's like, it does the same thing. It's just now you activate a skill to do it. Master Duel is wild, and then we have TCG and OCG cards. The fact that Master Duel is not aligned with either TCG or OCG is baffling. Because almost every other card game that has a TCG aligned, or, like, has a TCG to go along with it, like a paper physical game, is just aligned. They're just paired together. But, like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, what's another one? Vanguard. Actually, I don't know about Vanguard, but I assume. Right? Like, any of the actual ones that have, like, a physical card game. I think Shadowverse has a physical card game. Though I don't know about that one keeping up. But, like, most of them, like, keep up. Right? Whereas, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! For some reason just doesn't. And they've basically created 4 different games that are all Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's like, damn, imagine if they could just, like, make it all one game. One coherent thing. Or maybe, like, 2, right? But, like, they have the OCG, they have the TCG, they have Master Duel, and they have Duel Links. And in Duel Links, you have another thing, which is Rush Duels. Which is something in and of itself. Anyway. It's wild. I wish Duel Links was better because, honestly, I also wish we could just get Rush Duels in the TCG land, in everywhere that is not fucking Japan. So the hero situation, nah, no way I can get worse than this. Then I saw the Rush Duel pie charts. Wait, what happened in Rush Duel? Nah. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Rush Duel's fine. I have not played Rush Duel in, like, ages. Have you seen the new Gundam TCG? No. Nope. Oh, hey, there's a new ban list. Wait, chat. Speaking of Duel Links, let's react to this ban list live on stream right now, right here. There's a new ban list. Is Duel Links Rush Duel in a tier 0? Probably. Oh, hey, look. Oh, there was a Rush Duel. Oh, it's Speed Duel and Rush Duel. Hold on. What's happening in Rush Duel? Oh. Got it. Don't need any more explanation. I get it. Whoa, crazy. That is the... Bro, that's spiral level of fucking... That is spiral levels of tier 0. That is... Hey, we almost see Sleeper's face. Bugle tier -1. 99 out of 100 top decks is Gaia. 99. Yep, that's spiral, baby. What if it was Gaia? And Gaia 2? What does this deck fucking do? What does this deck even accomplish? The answer is, I don't fucking know. Nor do I give a shit. I don't care. Okay, here's the ban list. We have King's Majesty going to 1. What does this do? When your opponent declares an attack, shuffle 1 level 1 fiend type normal monster from grave into the deck, negate the attack. Okay. Negate attacks at 1. Call of the Earthbound is at 1. Type Change Beam is at 1, which reveals a monster in hand to choose up to 3 face-up monsters on the field. This turn, those monsters become the same type as the monster revealed to meet the requirement. Did I hear about the upcoming Digimon TCG mobile game they announced yesterday? Is there an actual way for me to play the Digimon TCG? Because I'm not going to lie, the one time I played it, I was like, I get why this is cool, but Dear Lanta, the simulator sucks ass. I would love an official simulator. That sounds awesome. Siesta Toreo? Which is, and this guy are... Okay, I don't give a shit about any of this. Sick. Oh, cool. Speed Duel got a change to a skill. That's it. 0 out of 10. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The skill changes. Okay, Soul Burning Link now needs you to send 2 cards, including a Salamangreat card, to get your 2 cards. Why was this not the fucking first thing? Tiramon instant. Okay. What does the skill actually do? It says you cannot normal or special summon monsters except for Salamangreat monsters, excluding special summons from the extra deck. During your opponent's turn, you can only use a Link 4 monster as Link material once per turn. Cool. Send 2 cards from your hand to the grave, including a Salamangreat monster. Then add a Salamangreat of Fire and a Salamangreat Burning Shell from outside of your deck to your hand, and add 3 copies of 2 Salamangreat Link monsters with different names from outside of your deck to your extra deck. If only your opponent controls a card, and you can also take 1 Salamangreat monster from your deck, you can add it to your hand or play it face down. So hold on, add a Salamangreat of Fire and a Salamangreat Burning Shell from outside of your deck to your hand. Okay, so now instead of discarding 1 and then just generating 2 cards and like having a Pot of Greed, now it is technically net neutral, but you're still getting the absolutely insane Salamangreat of Fire and Salamangreat Burning Shell and just generating those cards into your hand, and you're putting a Salamangreat monster into your grave. So I don't think this changes much, but okay, great. Win the game and spit on your opponent. Yeah. Oh, this is the nerfed version, by the way. This is like a actual significant nerf. It used to be just discard a card. That was it. You did the exact same thing, but you just discarded a card. Yeah! Yeah! Check the new leaks. What leaks? There are no leaks. Do they say this would do anything? With a huge consistency power level discrepancy between Salamangreat and any other deck, this change was warranted. Now the deck's best strength has been hit, as you can no longer full combo with a hand of 4 techs. And you now need to also discard a Salamangreat card to gain your 2 generated Salamangreat cards, which makes sense. Yes, I do think that this matters. Tech ratios will need to change. I genuinely don't think that this matters. I'm not going to lie, I genuinely do not think that this changes like anything. It means that you are less likely to be able to see all of the tech cards, but you literally only need to open 1 Salamangreat card, which is highly likely even in the current builds. Like, this is a current build for Salamangreat. What is the likelihood you do not see a Salamangreat card? Because here's the thing. Here's the problem. All it says is Salamangreat card. It does not say monster. It doesn't say spell trap. It just says card. Which means if you see the fucking field spell, that also works. That one works too. So like, yeah, you can still just do the thing. So, terrible update. It's a little bit better. Anyway, let's do this really cool, interesting. No ban on hero? No, because hero was limited in some capacity, kind of. Here's the thing. Who gives a shit? Let's talk about the best hand traps from, favorite hand traps. This is not best hand traps. This is not how good they are. This is how much you like them. Do you like them? Are you a fan of them? And it goes from goated to fuck you, which I mean, I'm pretty sure we know who goes in fuck you. All right. Let's start off here with Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and I may have a controversial opinion on Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, because I personally am not a fan. I think Ash is lame. At this point in Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan, I think Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is just frustrating more so than anything, because pretty much every new deck is, like, specifically has a way to play around Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, which makes it very frustrating to actually utilize. But also you have to there are so many things where Ash is kind of mandatory. And it's just lame. Like, cool, it does what Ash does, and that's kind of it. So, there you go. Next up we have all of the Bestials, for some reason. But okay. Magnemite. Magnemite's also lame. He's not quite the worst of the worst, but he is very lame. I am not a fan of Magnemite. I think he just does too much in general. That being said, every single one of the other Bestials are fantastic. And I love Baldrake. Yeah, I love Baldrake. He's my favorite. We Ball, We Drake. I think the interaction that Baldrake provides is very unique and very interesting, and that's why I like him. He's cool. We need non-silver bullets, but also not one-on-one hand traps. No, I think one-for-one hand traps work. I think the problem is that decks have the ability to just, like, each one of their cards basically does the full combo, which is a problem. I think the problem is that every card currently just, like, does the full combo in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if I'm playing Malice and I draw a Dormouse, it's pretty much the same thing as drawing any other Malice name. They more or less all accomplish the same thing, which is end on full combo. Right? Technically, the difference in monsters does matter, but, like, realistically, the difference between drawing this Malice monster and this Malice monster is negligible. It matters, but not by much. Anyway, Chaos Hunter is not a hand trap. In no world would I ever call this a hand trap, and it's also not very good. And it's also not very interesting. Moving on. This one's pretty lame. This one's so bad. DD Crow is solid. I have no notes on DD Crow. He's great. Shifter. Yeah, me and my homies hate Shifter. There is no reason for Shifter to work the way that it does. Why is it that it lingers for a turn and a half? Why does it do that? Why would it do that? Why is it that way? That's all. Why is it a lingering effect as opposed to... Because, like, imagine if it special summoned itself so that you could interact with it. There was, like, the turn it special summoned. I don't know. There's... Yeah. Me and my homies hate this card. The Dominus cards. Dominus Impulse. Cool card. Dominus Purge. Cool card. These are really interesting. I love the way that they work. Just like shutting down half of the monster effects by utilizing it from hand means that, sure, you can still utilize it from hand as a hand trap, but you could also set it and then not gain that negative downside, which is still pretty interesting. And it could potentially cut you off of other hand traps, which means that you kind of have a give and take, which I find to be an interesting deck building decision and a cool interaction. However, they're very strong and kind of overpowered. Kind of. A little overtuned in my mind. But that being said, they're not bad. They're very, very good. And I think they're pretty cool. Next up, Droll. Droll is lame. When Droll is a good card in a format, it tends to be scary. Because what that says is that there is a format in which you need to prevent your opponent from basically doing a thing. Similar to like Shifter or Maxi, right? When these cards are necessary, it means that the format is kind of bad. Or even like Lancia, it kind of stays in there. When like you have to main deck a Lancia, that's when you know something is bad. Moving on, Valor. Valor's cool. Valor's solid. Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell is, yeah, Ghost Bell's goated. I love Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell does exactly what it should do, which is interact with the graveyard in a favorable fashion without being too generic and too, like, widely spread usable, like Ash Blossom is. It just fits that right niche where it kind of does everything it needs to do and nothing more and nothing less. And it's really cool in that fashion. Where it's like, hey, this is going to prevent your opponent from doing things specifically to do with the graveyard. And it's not going to, like, do all of these other random things or, like, be widely usable. But it still has its applications, which I find to be great. It's great. Goated hand trap. Fantastic. Ghost Mourner. Very solid. No complaints. Just solid hand trap. Just kind of like a basic effect and negation. Similar in nature to, like, Valor. Right? Ghost Ogre is also pretty solid. Does a very similar thing. The biggest problem that I have with Ghost Ogre is the fact that because it pops, it makes it very different as a hand trap to utilize. Because it requires the card to already be face up on the field, and it's not something that you would, like, activate in response to, like, inactivation of a spell trap or something along those lines. It's something you have to, like, wait for them to activate, a secondary effect kind of thing. So it kind of makes it a little clunky, which is why I wouldn't put it higher. But it is good. It's just solid. Cherries is just lame. This is very similar in nature to, like, Droll, or mostly Droll, where it's like, oh, if this needs to be in the format, if you're playing this because it's like you have to play it, it's like, oh, that's not very good. Dogwood. I'm actually going to put Dogwood in fuck you, because the only reason that this card exists currently in any format at all is because of time limit shenanigans, which is horrible, and it's really fucking annoying. So for the most part, this card is just bad, and when it shows up, it's just bad, and yeah, I have no notes. It's just bad. Imperm. Imperm is goated. Imperm is like the perfect hand trap. It is exactly what it should be. It does exactly what it should do, and it is better when you set it as a trap than when you activate it from the hand, but the fact that you can do both is what makes it so great. It is maybe the perfect hand trap. Maybe. Probably. It's probably the perfect hand trap. I think there's one more that is maybe better. Lancia is kind of lame. Lancia just says, don't do a thing, and I don't like hand traps like that. Imperm also dodges triple tack. Yeah, but I think that is less Imperm and more triple tack. Does that make sense? Because, like, the Dominuses also do that. Dominus Purge and Dominus Impulse both do that as well. But, like, I think that is more so something to consider with triple tack rather than those. Makes sense? Makes sense. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yes, it does do that. Maxi and Fuwa Loss. Both deserve to rot in the lowest depths of hell, because these cards just should not exist. Fualos, in theory, is interesting, and like theoretically is an okay card, but realistically still does the same thing, which is prevent your opponent from basically playing the game. And it entirely, like, these two cards basically entirely kill decks from being meta or being even playable. For example, the biggest example that I have of this, specifically with Maxi, is Unchained. Unchained, in the OCG, never did anything. It was okay with the new support. It was a nice rogue deck, and it was an additional thing that you could do. Not really all that impactful. As soon as we get the cards in the TCG, it popped off. It was the best deck, and it won a bunch of events and was really, really solid. In a format that was like a bunch of different decks all kind of competing for the top, it ended up kind of edging out every other deck and really making a name for itself as the top dog. And the reason for that was because we did not have access to these stupid cards that say, hey, you're special summoning? Die. And the reason that it was so good was due to the fact that it was able to not like lose while doing this long combo that played around a bunch of other hand traps and stuff like that. And just like it didn't, you know, give the opponent a whole bunch of additional cards to stop them with. And yeah, so because of that, it ended up, but like it still required you to make a whole bunch of summons and do a whole bunch of like special summons and stuff like that, which is where Maxi and Fualos and stuff like that just kill it. Meowls and Perulia I think are fine. The thing is that they are much, much easier to play around. Yes, Meowls does like shut down things like Ritual Beast and Malice and stuff like that, but they're still significantly easier to play around, even with decks that specifically need to special summon from those zones or those areas. So overall, like, you can kind of take that risk to give your opponent a few draws, because you're less likely to like entirely stop your turn like Fualos would. Best hand trap is Havness, for real. Sure. Next up, Nibiru. Nibiru maybe beats out Imperm in terms of best hand trap. Nibiru is not always a good hand trap, but Nibiru is exactly what should stop combo decks. It is a card that says, hey, if you do too much, you could get punished by a big rock coming and hitting you in the head. And that is fantastic. It is a great insurance policy to be like, you are not allowed to do too much, because if you do too much, I will end your turn for you, right? But there's a ton of different ways that you could still interact with it and still play around it. You could potentially keep playing through the Nibiru. If you even after you do get Nibiru'd, you potentially negate it, which I think is frustrating, but it does exist. And like overall, you still get a lot that you can do after, like before a Nibiru is dropped on you, which is something that is very nice, right? It's not just like and immediately end your turn. It is, you can do some things, but be cognizant of a potential big rock, which is cool. Orange Light is lame. No thoughts. Thank you. Phantasm, or Phantasme, is extremely good. I think Phantasme is a very cool option as well, mostly due to the fact that it is very specific in its niche. But what it does is basically what the Molcharmies basically should have done. Right? I would rather see Phantasmes for Synchro, for Fusion, for Xyz, and on, rather than seeing more Molcharmies. I think Molcharmies are just worse versions of this guy. Way more interesting. Being able to like see additional cards and like shape your hand, I think is way more fun as well. Instead of just like drawing cards, you're like actually shaping your hand and making sure that you're getting the cards that you want and like keeping the cards that you need and stuff like that. And it still requires like your opponent to do something, as opposed to just like dropping this on their head and being like, all right, do I get advantage off of this? So that's pretty interesting. I believe this is Delta, which is the spell negate, which is kind of lame. I believe this is Gamma, which is... Or, not Gamma. Delta? No, sorry. Delta, Alpha, or is this Epsilon? I think this one's Epsilon. Either way, not really great. And then Gamma. I love Gamma. I think Gamma's great. Yeah, I just think Gamma's great. I have no issue. Honestly, Gamma is goated. Gamma's goated. The fact that there is a hand trap that has big payoff for big risk is great. I think that that is a fantastic card design. It says, hey, you have to risk drawing Driver to get a big payoff in stopping an opponent's card in its tracks. Which is what I like. I think that's cool. The fact that you are able to utilize it from hand to potentially interact with other hand traps as well means that it also incentivizes you to play in various different ways to potentially interact with the opponent more favorably, so that you can potentially Gamma them on your turn and then be able to use it as synchro material. And I think overall that is just one of the more interesting mechanics that hand traps have ever given us. And the fact that it is at 1 is frustrating. I hate it. What about Kelbeck? What about him? This guy. I don't remember which one this one is. Is this the one that banishes? Is this the stupid ass Macrocosmos? Either way, all of the like stupid roaches are terrible. Skullmeister is kind of lame. Skullmeister is way too specific. It's like Ghost Bell, but bad. It's like they made a really bad Ghost Bell. And that's pretty much it. We doing board breakers next? No. I mean, we could. Let me see if there is a... Let me see if there's a board breaker tier list. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. Hold on. Let's do... It's a bunch of baneless predictions. Duel Links winning OST. See, now that's a tier list. Also, I like that every single tier list for Yu-Gi-Oh! Waifus is now just Lacrima. It's very funny. Skullmeister is a 1700 beater. He can beat over Rhino Heart. Whoa. Anyway. Hey, that one's mine. Hold up. I don't know. It works. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just keep scrolling until eventually we find board breakers. There's hand traps. There's always hand traps, but there's like never board breakers. We'll find one eventually. Did I miss one? See, hand traps, no board breakers. It's always hand traps. Or they'll do like side deck. But then you have like judgment and stuff like that. Hand traps. There it is again. Oh. There's literally only 5. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why are there only 5? Lame. Master Rule cut-in animations. See, now we're talking. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cities. Hand traps. Hand traps. All the god cards. What? I think I did that one. We'll see it eventually. Trust. Hand traps. Oh, breakers. There we go. We found one. We found one! That's not a breaker. Let's reset it. Reset it! Go! Cool. Salt. I had a stroke there. It's fine. Flame. And... burn. There we go. Alright, here's our board breakers. Change of heart is fine. Change of heart's fine. I have no qualms with it. Stall card tier list, yeah. Cosmic Cyclone is fine. I have no notes. Dark Hole, I am gonna put all of the board wipes, all of the like straight up board wipe style cards right here. And I'm gonna explain something to you. We're gonna put Harpies in here as well. And I'm gonna explain something to you as to what I don't like in any card game. I think when a card can trade one for way more than one, it becomes really terrible. Except Kurikara. Yeah, Kurikara is fine. On top of that, board wipes in Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular are extremely frustrating. Because most of the time, due to the fact that there is not a mana system or some sort of resource system in Yu-Gi-Oh!, if your board gets wiped, you're kind of just dead. And that's just kind of the end of the game. So it's not fun. It's not like fun to deal with, right? On top of that, they're extremely powerful. Raigeki nukes your entire opponent's field. Dark Hole nukes the entire field. Heavy Storm nukes the entire field. Harpy's Feather Duster nukes the entire field. Like, they just say, delete your opponent's cards. There's not like a, you know, a cost associated with them. It's just, get rid of them. And because there's so little investment into them, it is a massive, like, problem. Not problem. It is like a massive FU from Konami. Because, like, whenever it happens to you, it feels terrible. It's not an interesting way to lose a game. You're just like, well, I lose now. The amount of times I have seen people, like, I've sat down across from people and, like, been Harpy's Feather Dustered or, like, evenly matched or something like that, or evenly matched them or something else along those lines, it sucks. It never feels good from either side. Because you're just like, oh, man, like, yeah, now the game's just over. Or it just doesn't do anything. So yeah, board wipes in general that are just literally delete a thing, really terrible. Now, kaijus, on the other hand, or more specifically, tributing the opponent's monsters to give them a thing, is also really stupid. If you have to print a card that says, give this to your opponent to get rid of a different thing, and it sees play, that's a problem. That's a balancing problem. We should not have cards that are like towers, that are just like unaffected. We shouldn't have cards that are, especially with cards that, where Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically doesn't have costs for a lot of things, and you are able to just like vomit that out on turn one before the opponent basically has a way to do anything. Cards like this just scream bad balance. So for the most part, I don't like them. I think that they are terrible card design. I think that you should not have to print these cards, nor should they exist in the game. Just in general, right? Yeah. So for the most part, I think it's also the same problem that I have with the Rika spell trap or field spell, the Rika Con, because basically it's like, hey, you just don't get you just don't get the guy. That guy, yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just gone, because my Rikka resolved, or my, you know, or I gave you a kaiju or something like that. So, yeah, it's just really frustrating. Crusadia does not need it at all. The reason you think Crusadia needs it is because the way that Crusadia OTKs is by giving the opponent something after getting rid of their big monster. Because they need a way to get rid of said big monster. And then Crusadia uses that to then also do an OTK. But like, Crusadia can just do the OTK with its own monsters. It doesn't need the kaiju. It doesn't need to give the opponent a thing. It's just the most effective way of doing it. Which is a problem. I don't like it. And it sucks. Again, as the person playing it, and just being like, here's a, you know, here's a kaiju. It's like, well that sucks. You can't do anything about it. You just lose the guy. Which is really not fun. It's just really, really boring. Anyway, moving on. Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler's fine. I think Dark Ruler's a solid card. The fact that you can interact with it, but it still does what it's supposed to do. Very cool. Droplet is, I think, genuinely one of my favorite board breakers of all time, and one of my favorite cards of all time. I think it is tied with Triple Tactics Talents in terms of my favorite spell. So it's very up there. Very, very fun. Very, very, very solid card. Its restrictions are meaningful and impactful. The fact that you have to like send cards to the graveyard is very nice. And then you also get to not just to negate the effect, but also have the attack, which is very useful as well. Should have put all the kaijus in one category. Well, yeah, they are. Econ. Econ is also pretty cool. I think it's a solid board breaker. Because it's kind of a way to also dodge the opponent's effects, which is pretty nice. So it's like, hey, I have a Desiree, and it's like, awesome. I'm gonna activate Econ and just yoink your guy, your other guy, and now you can't like Desiree my guy, right? So its effect resolves. So that's pretty cool. Book of Eclipse is nice. It's a solid effect. Same thing with Book of Moon. I have no problems, nor nothing really positive to say about it. It's just a cool effect. Is that who you are? What? Book of Eclipse? Econ? Econ is an SR, I believe. What is this? Exe... Rejoice? Exe something or other. It's Exe something or other. I can't remember. But it's the one that like removes the Exe monster and puts the material onto the field. If I'm... Encore. This is... I can't remember if this removes the guy from the field or if it removes the materials. One of the two. I can't remember. Because there's like a bunch of random Exe cards that like do a bunch of different things. I believe this is the one that removes the materials. Or just like removes all the materials. And it can even remove like unaffected materials, which is kind of interesting. But generally, this card only shows up in particularly Exe-dominated formats. And it's not very interesting when it does show up. It tends to show up as like a last-ditch effort kind of thing to deal with like very powerful monsters. That being said, it's not like the worst, but it's just kind of like meh. Imperm, we've already talked about, which is not a board breaker. It's more of a hand trap, but it can also be used as a board breaker, and we're not really going to talk about it because we already talked about it. Kurikara, I think, is fine. Kurikara is like one of the few ways that I feel like it's okay to have a kaiju. Because it's like, hey, you have to fulfill a requirement that turn to then, like, do a thing, right? Whereas, like, all of the other kaiju style effects is just like, just get rid of the guy. Just remove it from the field, right? Whereas Kurikara is like, okay, the turn you want to summon this, that monster has to have used its effect. And then you contribute it, right? Which I think is just like a more well-balanced and more interesting effect. Because then at the very least, like the monster gets the effect and is able to utilize it and go from there. Minecon is, it's just pretty lame. It's like a change of heart, but bad. But that's it. Pank. Pank is cool. Yeah. Yeah, Pink's cool. I still think Pink is kind of insane, and having cards like this is kind of crazy, but Pink is fine now. That being said, me and my homies hate Kashtira with every fiber of our beings, because Kashtira and every single one of their cards reads like a goddamn poem from a serial killer addressed to you. It's great. I despise Fenris as a board breaker, as a starter, as anything. He just shouldn't exist. He's a terrible Yu-Gi-Oh card, and burn in hell, you dumb piece of shit. Snatch Deal is fine. It exists. That's it. Just gonna gate effects as well. Kurikara? No. Kurikara can, during the end phase, reborn a monster from the opponent's grave. But most of the time you're using it to actually just, like, kaiju the opponent. Kashtira is a glorified Ojama on steroids. No, but sure. I get what you're going for, but no. Super Poly sucks as well. Dear Lanta, there are so many board breakers that I just despise. Super Poly is so incredibly frustrating because of the fact that it does everything that it does. I think Super Poly would have been fine if we didn't have Super Poly targets that basically said, like, hey, just get rid of your opponent's field. The fact that there isn't a restriction that requires you to utilize your own field is very frustrating. The fact that it's spell speed 4 is very frustrating. The fact that, you know, this, that, or the other thing, you can set it as well, like it's quick play instead of just like a regular spell, is very frustrating. So, it's so dumb. Because you're technically trading 2 for 1, right? Because you're getting rid of Super Poly and the discard, and you're gaining a card, right? But because you're also getting rid of potentially 2 of your opponent's cards, or more, it ends up being, like, way too efficient. The generic fusions ruined it? Yeah, they really did. I think Super Poly with, like, Shaddoll, where you actually have to, like, I'm going to set a Shaddoll monster and then activate Super Polymerization to fuse with your monster to go into, like, Construct. It's like, that, fantastic. Love that. That's really cool. But having to, like, or just being able to go, like, cool, I'm going to activate Super Polymerization to remove your cards is really dumb. It was only interesting in Heroes. I wouldn't say only, but it was interesting in Heroes. I think basically it should require you to also have, like, use a card on your field. The fact that it doesn't is what makes it frustrating. The K9 stuff will get cash banned for sure. Will it? Will it? To be fair, in the OCG, Fenris is banned. Which is the one thing they did right. Anyway, Thrust. I fucking hate Thrust. Thrust is a shit card for shit people. Thrust... The problem that I have with Triple Tactics Thrust is the way that it is worded. Why can you search any spell trap? That should not be a thing. Shadolls have snow? They can burn in hell. What? Shadolls have snow. What snow? What snow are you talking about? Fairy Tale Snow? The very clearly not Shaddoll card? Huh? What are you talking about? Heroes have Shaddoll by that metric. Anyway. Yeah, Triple Tactics Thrust is terrible, no good, very bad card. Being able to search, like, evenly, being able to search, like, Harpy's Feather Duster, being able to search, like, Engage, or any other, like, normal spell card, like Grass, so stupid. Oh yeah, Ken and Gen make it work as well, which is really, really dumb, but that's more Ken and Gen rather than Triple Tactics Thrust. But Triple Tactics Thrust just shouldn't be able to do that. Like, it just shouldn't do that. Because being able, like, having a card that searches any spell trap, there is a reason there are so many cards that, like, have these massive restrictions to search out a spell trap. Like, look at Left Arm Offering. I think there is a card that genuinely is about as balanced for searching a spell as it has to be. Because if you make it any more easy to search a spell, we get 60 card shenanigan decks all over the place. Or we get like hyper consistent, board breaker style strategies available to everyone. So this is great with the new Tachyon stuff too, because you summon in your opponent and add the trap. My point stands. Thrust is terrible. It's so poorly designed. If you were required to set the card, I think it'd be fine. If it just had the first effect, it'd be fine. The fact that you can add it to your hand and then use it is terrible. It's really, really bad. That being said, Triple Tactics Talents is exactly what Thrust could have been. Or exactly what Thrust basically is. Triple Tactics Talents is a phenomenal card that just reads exactly what it should. It is 3 extremely powerful effects if your opponent does a thing. Specifically with monsters, specifically in main phase. Now, one of those effects is just Change of Heart, which is fine. It's at 3 currently in Master Duel, and it's not really seeing a whole lot of play. So it's a fine effect. But it was banned for quite some time. You also have Forceful Sentry, which says, hey, give me your hand, let me look at it, put a card back. Which is really valuable. Hand knowledge is crazy. One of the most powerful cards in all of Magic the Gathering is a card that is 1 mana, and all it does is go, look at the hand, discard a card. And the thing is, they start with 7 cards, so it's way different, but like that is one of the most powerful cards and is banned in a bunch of formats. Non-targeting take, though? True. But it's basically just Change of Heart, right? And the last effect is Pot of Greed, which is the weakest of the effects, which is kind of crazy. But what makes it so interesting is, 1, the choice. The ability to choose a wide variety of different options, all of which have merit, and all of which are powerful. And 2, the fact that it requires you to basically have been interacted with in a negative way most of the time to make it more applicable, right? So let's say you activate like you normal summon a guy and it gets stopped by Ash Blossom. Great. You now get to go, boom, I can either draw 2 if I need to continue my combo, or I can look at the opponent's hand and be like, get rid of that one. Or, if going second, and your opponent, like, you normal summon a guy, it gets stopped, your opponent, like, activated, like, I don't know, Appaloosa, or something like that. You go, cool, I'm going to force out either additional interactions from you, or potentially take that Appaloosa that was such a problem for me, and now it's mine. Or I could potentially even look at the hand and be like, this is what left I have to play around, right? So it's just a very, very solid card and very, very fun. Twin Twister is probably the best in terms of spell trap removal that we should have. These cards shouldn't exist. They should be banned. This is probably the strongest we should get in terms of spell trap removal. Maybe without the discard, and I think it'd be fine. Just like double MST, I think would be fine. But Twin Twister is like genuinely as good as it should get. I am not a fan of just remove the entire opponent's field. I think it's lame. And this is a great way of fixing that. I think it's phenomenal. Oh yeah, Twin Twister also has phenomenal artwork. Where's Night Beam? Night Beam is not a board breaker. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not really. Ultimate Slayer, also a very, very cool card. It's not great all that often, but when it's great, it's so cool. It is a very, very cool effect. Just like being able to send a card and just remove a guy from the field. Very cool. It also removes it in a way that is very advantageous for you, because you also are able to potentially send your own monster from the extra deck to potentially generate more advantage or more disruption or something else along those lines. So yeah, for the most part, it's just solid. And we already talked about Emperor. So yeah, for the most part, I think that there are a ton of board breakers in Yu-Gi-Oh! That are just frustrating. They're just really frustrating to deal with. and they never really feel good when they resolve. They're just not great. They're just not fun. And that's pretty much it. However, Droplet and Triple Tack are so unbelievably goated. It's so nice. These two cards are genuinely one of the reasons why I enjoy going second from time to time. Red Reboot wasn't on the hand trap list. Where would it go and why? It would go in burn because Red Reboot should not exist. It is banned in both the TCG and the OCG for a fucking reason. The fact that it is at 2 in Master Duel is criminal behavior and genuinely shouldn't exist. Is Heavy Storm there? Yeah, it's right here with Harpy's Feather Duster. Red Reboot is so unbelievably busted. There is a reason it's banned. It's legal at 1 in the OCG? Fuck. Never mind. Well, okay, the OCG isn't real, it can't hurt you. But it's banned in the TCG where it matters. We all know that the OCG has a terrible, no good, very bad ban list that just has, like, way too many things legal for some reason. Red Reboot's really at 1? How? How the fuck did that happen? What happened? Are they not, like, Red Rebooting their opponents and just killing them? Okay. Was she just Block Dragon and Rongo for crying out loud? That's not real. They don't have... Surely not, right? Surely not. No, I refuse. I refuse to believe that that's the case. Surely Rongo's banned, right? OCG play mostly best of 1, to be fair. Yeah, but not all of their events. Especially, like, some of their bigger events are also best of 3. No, Rongo's banned. Oh, you scared me. Holy shit. Oh. Who's that? Rongo's banned. Whew! Block Dragon I don't know about. Block Dragon might not be banned, which is... it's something. But they did... There he is! Being best of 1 makes it worse. True. Block Dragon's at 1. Okay, that's understandable. But, like, they also did this. They banned Kit Kalos, they banned Elf, and they banned Fenris. Like, I can't... Like, they did get some things right. They did do some things right. The problem is, this, for some reason, hasn't translated over to Master Duel. Like, why are you still here? Oh, yeah. Oh, they also banned Kaiser Coliseum. When the hell did that happen? Yeah, Block Dragon's limited. But they also limited Blue and Jet. These are still limited. In Ryzeal Malice format, they're like, no Blue. No Jet. No. And that... they'll unban Giant Trunade. They also have Unicorn at 1, which is also unbelievably based. Elf is fine in Master Duel, though. Here's the... No. No. Elf only feels fine because there's like 50 other things that are absolutely devastating in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Like, yeah, Elf's not an issue, because, like, Baron exists, or, like, Apollosa exists, or, like, Beatrice exists, or Maxi, or... Elf is absolutely fucking stupid. Master Duel has a warped ban list because of Elf. That being said, I do actually like the way that some of the things are banned, or, like, limited, kind of because of Elf, but with that being said, Elf is still not, like... Elf is still a ban-worthy card. Why do we hate Baron? What do you mean? Have you read that card? It has 1 negate per summon. It is one of the best negates in the game. It is extremely easy to make in a myriad of different decks, and has the ability to pop cards as well, which means once it hits the field, it's also a way to remove interaction from the opponent and force interaction from the opponent. Oh, and it can also tag out to be summoned again. What do you mean? Oh, it only has 1 negate. No, it has like 5 different effects, all of which are crazy. Red reboot. Why is this limited? Why are you at 2 and not at 0? It's fine. Why is this limited? It tags and comes back. Yeah. Like, genuinely tell me a deck that makes Baron that also doesn't immediately prevent you from playing the game once that card hits the field. Because either they can make it going first and prevent the opponent from like doing a thing and removing the card as well, which matters a ton, right? And then just tag out on the following turn. Or it can be used going second and then be used as removal. Are people wanting Beatrice to be banned still? Do you not want Beatrice to be banned, Sean? Like, huh? Why is this list so large? What? See, the OCG isn't real. It can't hurt you. Wild. Perfect disguise detected. I never really touched Beatrice, but it's been a controversy. Have you not seen what Beatrice does? Do you... Huh? Beatrice basically says, pivot anything into anything else. Strategy and Blue and all are one at the in the OCG with Elf Band. Yep. This is why I just genuinely don't consider the OCG a real format. It feels more like a testing ground at this point. Like, some of the limitations and bans, I'm just like, who came up with this? Because clearly they've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they would never do this. This would never be a thing that would actually happen. Like, you know, for example, Scythe being limited. Clearly that solves the issue. Or like Block Dragon being limited. Oh yeah, that fixes it. It's like, it's just... it's so fucking dumb. Unfair Z summons? I don't know. Okay, Beatrice says, send any card to the graveyard. Send any card from your deck to the grave. Imagine what you could do with that. Why is the Zodiac XZ banned? Great question. Great question. Luckily, it's limited. It's not banned, but it's a great question. To be fair, though, it like just came off of the ban list. I think this is a new change. No, sorry, I'm thinking about the TCG. Prevents some empty gaze? What prevents some empty gaze? Yeah, Dragoon being limited is funny. But the reason it's limited is because this came out before the Master Duel change, where they put it to 3. And this was basically like, hey, does Dragoon matter? Bring back Merly? No. Not unless you ban Kit. Those are your options. You can either have Merly or you can have Kit. You can't have both. And honestly, I actually prefer the way that it works in Master Duel than anything else. However, with that being said, you do need to ban grass. Grass is absolutely unfair and deserves its banning, and it deserves to rot in hell. Also, so does snow. Snow can also go away. But yeah. The OCG ban list really is, it's something. You know, because the third Kieran's what got him, and the third airlifter. So fucking dumb. And the third, no, I'm just kidding. No, one's coming back off. Yeah, snow absolutely needs to go. Snow, grass, Kid Kalos, that whole shenanigan. Can we just have Beatrice for aerial leader? What do you think aerial leader does? How do you spell aerial? You send a fiend monster from your deck to the grave. Nah, trust. Aerial leader's the play. As opposed to just making, I don't know, like DD Wave King. OCG is in love with the semi-limited list? Absolutely. Building Rescue Ace? Any tips? You just play like Azamina Snake Eye, basically. Except instead of playing the Snake Eye stuff, you play the Rescue Ace stuff. It does the same thing, but only fiends. No, it doesn't. The hell? What? Are we looking at the same card? What? I don't think you understand how much it matters that Beatrice can send not fiends. Also, Aerial Leader requires you to use up one of your fusion summons in order to make it, which makes it significantly worse. Because then you're not summoning either Requiem or Desiree. Oh yeah, Beatrice can also just, like, send rollback and a target for it. Right now, Beatrice, the reason it's so insanely powerful is due to the fact that you can go sequence into Lacrima, bringing back the Engraver, go into Beatrice, and then Beatrice into something like a Stellar, or something like Snake Eye Ash, and then pivot into that entire combo. Ah, Raviel. See, now we're talking. I'm saying it's more fair. Ah, yes. But at that point, just make DD Wave King Caesar. He's cool. We like Caesar here. Did I hit max? I turned away in 20. Turned back in 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. Yeah, we hit it like an hour ago. Brother, where were you? Anyway, the OCG is not real. It cannot hurt you. Hand traps are not real. They cannot hurt you. Stage 2 of the Duelist Cup is not real. It cannot hurt you. It is merely an illusion. Don't play it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to end my stream there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you guys did enjoy. If you did, like us very much, so appreciate it. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.